Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Sunday, September 12th. It's 9:11 a.m. Interesting time. All right, let's check out the market. It looks a little better today, but still, let's be wary because a shitstorm could be on the horizon. We still have very, very low volume for Bitcoin. Let's check out what's going on. Okay, so looking at Coin 360 in general, this is just the last hour. We have a green day in the market, but this really has been fluctuating quite a lot. It looks like Bitcoin might be recovering a bit, and of course, that definitely is helping the alt market turn green. I'll link to this over at Bitcoin Daily View. This is yesterday. Crypto Love had kind of a depressing video, but today he has a very, very positive one. Interesting new ways to look at charts and look at Bitcoin in general, and this is very, very bullish. Where yesterday his message was kind of bearish and bullish mix. Um, like he mentioned, he was so depressed by it. He did some more research, and some things came along to him that he just happened to synchronistically, find. And he summarized a lot in this video. It is 10 minutes of an incredible amount of compressed, bullish views on Bitcoin that you may not have actually pondered before. So I'll link to it over at bitcoindailyview.com. Go there and go down to the news section. It'll be right there on top. England drops vaccine passport ban. That's good. All those massive protests over there in Europe are working. Take note, America. Also, just in case you were happy, we don't want that to happen, or you're not stressed out, or the economy is recovering. Just wanted to drop a bomb on you this Sunday. Biden to announce more vaccine measures ahead of UN General Assembly, according to the U.S. Surgeon General. Oh, before he goes and speaks to his posse at the UN General Assembly, he wants to make sure the globalists know that he's a little pawn bitch. Proposed U.S. rule would force reporting of all accounts of $600 or more. I mean, can we get any more friggin' totalitarian? So pretty much if you have money in a bank or a financial institution, they need to make sure the IRS knows about it. And if you have any transactions whatsoever, boom. It's kind of the case anyway, but once again, what a great case for having your money in crypto. All right, Panama unveils bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. There you go. Once again, hope you're not betting on that dollar as global reserve currency. Looking at liquidations, this is the last 4 hours. If we just look over here, last 4 hours, we've got 766 million wrecked shorts and 7.6 million wrecked shorts and 1 million basically in wrecked longs. If we look previous to that on the 4 hour chart, it was 40 million in wrecked shorts and 4 million in wrecked longs. This is over at Bybit.com, liquidation data, and it is covering the big exchanges as you can see listed. I find this very, very good. And also, of course, here it's showing a Bitcoin price action. So as we've had a little spike in Bitcoin price action the last 4 hours, we are looking at, well, more wrecked, of course, longs than shorts. I find this to be a good way to get market sentiment. Like I say, it's Bybit.com, liquidation data. You can probably see it up here. Check it out. I find it to be very, very useful. And of course, you can look at it in different time frames, and I think it's great to see market sentiment. Spot trading volume last 24 hours on Binance, 23 billion. Really, 30 billion is not even that great. You really want to see about 50 billion, and we're not seeing it, and we're down 18% last 24 hours. So really, spot trading volume is pretty poor on Binance. You want to see 70 billion in futures and derivatives here. On Binance, we're only seeing 51 million and it's down 17%. So, boom, we're not seeing a lot of volume in the market, even if it is a little green, barely this morning. Looking at BitcoinTradeVolume.com, an incredible site, 2.1 billion in trading volume last 24 hours. That's insane. Literally, the 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 miners mining and the nodes running create 3 billion in commerce a day. So basically, here's the thing: if we have a volume below 3 billion, we really have no volume. I mean, nothing is happening. This is retail volume, of course. So whales are always doing a thing. You don't really see the OTC market, but still, this is absolutely dismal. So myself, personally, I would not be longing today. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, but I ain't longing. And like I say, be wary because this could be on the horizon. A shit storm, a dump storm. Not massive or anything. I'm not definitely a doomsayer. Just watch out. I see some people that are kind of longing Ethereum or longing Bitcoin or going in on some alts that are recovering quickly. Hey, I'm all for it. You can do what you do. Just make sure you got your stops in. You're doing risk management and all because this is definitely a shaky time. You're building on a house with no foundation right now. Uh, Longs versus shorts, long versus shorts right now on Binance for Bitcoin, 64% long, 35% short, definitely a long bias right there. And for Ethereum on Binance, 66% long, 33% short. Definitely we're seeing a long bias right now on on Binance for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once again, this is a weekly chart. We are flirting this week with this 21 weekly EMA. Just be careful. That's not too cheery. We definitely want to close above that 21 weekly EMA. And it appears so far that we will unless we get a pretty good dump, but it is possible. There's no volume, so watch out. This could be a perfect storm. As I circled back here, you don't want to go below that. You definitely don't want to close below that because that would equal, well, nothing good unless you are a pretty aggressive shorter and you get lucky. Anyway, as we can see here, the tangent on the weekly is still tilting down. That is not too glorious. So weekly has a lot of downwards pressure on it right now. Looking at the daily, we really need to get above and close above this 200 moving average, which is the white moving average there on the daily. So our MACD is just now beginning, even though it's definitely heinously negative, it's just now on the very, very urge of turning positive. You can see that in the histogram, but still the day is young. So let's see what happens. We're seeing a little bit of green in the Bitcoin market. We'll look at that a little bit closer in just a sec. But anyway, big deal. We are riding this 200 moving average on the daily way, way, way too close for me. We don't want to start ranging between the 200 and the 314 moving average on the daily. It just wouldn't be too spiffy, okay? So a lot of, we're on the verge of either glory and a good bounce or, well, absolute defeat. Bitcoin versus USDT once again here on the daily chart. This is the 50 MA and the 100 moving average. So it's nice that the 50 is above the 100. That's good. That's kind of bullish right there. But we are riding this 100 way, way too close. And if you look at the indicators in general here, the DI and the ADX and the squeeze indicator and the KRI, stochastic RSI, wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear in general, I don't quite see us really looking at a bounce here on the daily yet. We don't quite have the momentum. So like I say, it could go either way, but I'm not seeing signs of a lot of velocity towards bounce yet. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we are below the 200 moving average. That sucks ass. We've wicked down to the 314 a time or two. Looks like we may have actually, almost wicked to it again. We're moving up. Indicators are beginning to show some life. The wave trend oscillator I find here by Lazy Bear on the 4-hour chart to be very, very powerful. Tends to work very well. The wave trend oscillator has turned positive. It's above the signal. It's rather aggressively going upwards. I like seeing that. Stochastic RSI, it is overbought right now at the moment. It would tell you that's probably going to turn down. Anyway, the KRI, very, very good indicator. It predates the RSI. I think maybe by the same person. It's green, moving up. I like that. Directional index here on the 4-hour chart, as you can see, it is lending towards the positive. ADX doesn't really matter right now in this case. So, all right, we're doing all right. We may be getting to see a bit of a turn up, but it's quite early in the day. Hey, I mean, Sunday would be a great day to see a turn up. I'd love to see it. But anyway, 4-hour chart showing some signs of life there. Looking at the 45-minute chart, the Madrid ribbons, as we call them, and that's over at BitcoinDailyView.com. You can find this indicator. Just search for like Madrid on the only page there is under indicators. Basically, it's turned green. We earned a little green merit diamond. So the EMAs that make up the Super Guppy indicator, or the Madrid ribbons as they're called, they have turned positive. I like seeing that. That's a very good sign on the 45-minute chart. We're still way, 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 way below the 200 moving average. I don't like seeing that very much. Directional index is beginning to fire up a little bit of green. ADX is going the wrong way. I'm going to disregard that right now. Happy to see a little bit of green there on the directional index. I'm looking at the KRI. We're riding above the midline. We're in the green. That's kind of nice to see. Stochastic RSI is turning up once again in the nice kind of buy zone there in the middle. And of course, the Lazy Bear oscillator is showing you're probably a little bit overbought right now. Anyway, not the worst chart ever. And do note, as I've mentioned before, if we look at this, we do have, and Bitcoin does do this, we do have a setup for an inverted bar pattern to complete. Bitcoin does tend to make moves like that, and so it certainly can happen. I do have an alert in TradingView. I'm watching for a cross above that 45-minute 200 moving average. I think that'd be great if we can get above that and then find support. That definitely would be a rocking way to enter a Sunday night, Monday morning. Looking at the 15-minute chart, usually I know that this is kind of very, very immediate price action, I know, but I'm seeing something very positive here. Bitcoin broke through the 200 moving average and it broke through the 314 within 2 candles, getting it a blue diamond merit badge, and it's holding support above the 314. That's above the 200 and the 314, seeing some positive things. That's a good bit of velocity. The 15-minute chart, now it's very, very immediate price action, but that is good velocity upwards. And 45-minute chart looks like it's possible to see a crossover sometime this weekend. If it does, great. 30-minute chart has broken above the 200 moving average and is holding support above it. So looking at the 30-minute chart, look at the indicators here on that one. Indicators, not incredible, but doing all right. So hey, we might be seeing some upwards velocity for Bitcoin, although the one thing that I do want to note, we see basically no retail. Let me refresh this. We see no retail volume making that happen, which usually means it's a bit of whale play. So like I say, be careful. We are really, really, really in the dumb storm, in the shit storm zone right now. So just be careful. As always, remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries. Take care. I'm glad you're here for the peaceful revolution. It matters. Hopefully we can get back to levels above moving averages that we'd like to see and get some upwards momentum going into Monday. I do think it's possible, so we'll keep an eye on things. If anything drastically really changes, we see some powerful moves upwards or downwards, I'll have back on. So do like and subscribe, hit that bell, so if something cool happens, you'll know about it. Take care.